Alright, in this section we have similar triangles. We have 3 different types of triangles. We're going to go ahead and rewrite them out. We notice that if we look at the first triangle, let's say these are all the right triangles, right angles over here. If that's the case, this will be B. Now call this C, and I'll call this A. Alright, that'll be my first triangle. What I care about the most are these 2 other triangles that I'm going to create. Well, according to this is my 90 degrees, so this has to be D, and that has to be D. If I look at the smaller triangle, I see triangle BBC. Well, if I look at a reference point to this here, I see that we use C over here, so this will be my C up here, and this will be my B up here. Why? Because they should be facing the same direction. Correct? We're going to do the same thing for this triangle. This triangle is ADB. Well, I already have my D here. The next point is what? Is A, which A is facing this direction. So I'll put A over here and B over here. So I have my 3 triangles. Now, with the 3 triangles, they are similar. So I have triangle CBA is similar to triangle CDB is similar to triangle BDA. Well, we have some information here. We have AD, which is located here, measures 10, and we have BC here, which measures 2. But we also have BD. BD has the variable x, correct? So this is x, and this is x. So I can write a ratio of these 2 over here. So for instance, coming back to what we did for the geometric mean, if I take a look at this part over here, we have CD over BB is equal to BD over DA. In other words, this is what we have. We have CD measures what? 2. DB measures what? X is equal to, what is BD over here? X over what? This is very similar to the geometric mean. So once we have this here, we want to solve for the variable x. Well, how do we solve for the variable x?
By multiplying by x.
Multiply by x to both sides, and multiply by 10 to both sides. What happens here is the 10s cancels out, the x's cancels out, so x is equal to, x squared, I'm sorry, is equal to what? 20. This is algebra here. Because we have to take what to both sides?
Square.
You take the square root of both sides.
I don't think it's a proper number.
So this will be square root of 20 is equal to x. Well, to be more precise, I can break this down. Well, just in case you guys don't know, I know that the factors of 20 are what? 4 and 5, right? I could take the square root of 4. I cannot take the square root of 5. What's the square root of 4? 2. So my answer is going to be 2 square root of 5 is equal to x. So coming back here, this right here is 2 square root of 5. This one here is 2 square root of 5. We're good? We could figure out what BA is over here, or we could figure out what CB is over here. Either way, we could do it using what tool? Pythagorean theorem. So I'll go ahead and choose this one over here. Alright? So if I use the Pythagorean theorem, I have a squared, okay, plus b squared is equal to c squared. I'm using this triangle over here. So one of my legs is going to be 2 squared plus the other leg, which is 2 square root of 5 squared is equal to c squared, correct? We're good? Well, what's 2 to the second power?
4.
4. Plus, we got to calculate this over here. It's 5. Okay. Do you guys agree with him? Huh? Well, let's check this out. This is 2 square root of 5 times 2 square root of 5 is equal to what? C squared. Well, if we take a look at this, this is 4 plus, what's 2 times 2? 4. What is square root of 5 times square root of 5? Just 5.
Because it's an
What's square root of 5 times square root of 5? He said it's square root of 25, right? What's square root of 25? 5. This is equal to what? C squared. What's 4 plus 20? So this right here, this is 24, is equal to c squared. Take the square root of both sides. C is equal to what? Who can help me break that one down?
So the factors are like 8. I think you could do 8 and 3.
6 and 4.
We want to something that
6
could
and 4.
6 and 4.
8 and 3.
So we use 6 and 4.
Because you can do 2.
2 and 12.
You can do 12 and 2.
Well, is 2 a perfect square? No.
So 4 times 6.
4 and 6. So we use 4 and 6. What will be our final result?
2 square root of 3.
There you go. 2 square root of 6. Now I'm going to show you how to get that. You guys said this is what? Square root of 4 times 6, right? Well, we could take the square root of 4, which is 2. This will be 2 square root of 6 is equal to c. Well, in other words, if we figure this out here, this part right over here, which we figured out was CB, because we used 2 and we used this. This is actually 2 square root of 6. If this is 2 square root of 6, then we know that CB is also 2 square root of 6. We're finding the missing information. Now we need BA. Well, BA, we could go ahead and write a what? A proportion. So I'm looking at this right here, guys. These two, and I could look at these two. So my proportion will be what? 2 square root of 6 over 2 square root of 5 is equal to BA over 10. Again, if we're looking for BA, we just have to multiply both sides by what? That will cancel out. So, according to this part, this will be 20 square root of 6 over 2 square root of 5 is equal to BA. Should I leave my answer like that? No, I should not. So, first of all, I could simplify 20 and 2, right? That gives me what? 10. What should I do to this right here?
Multiply it by the square root of 5.
Very good. Multiply it by the square root of 5. Why is this allowed?
Because you can't have a radical.
Thank you. She said it. Because you can't have a radical, you're right. But why is this allowed? Because all you're really doing here is multiplying by 1. Square root of 5 over square root of 5 is just 1, right? It doesn't change anything. So this right here will be what? 10 square root of 30 over 5. What's square root of 5 times square root of 5? Square root of 25. What's square root of 25? 5. Can you simplify this? Yes, we can. This is what? Cancel cancels. So this is 2 square root of 30 is equal to BA. That's our next part. 2 square root of 30 is equal to BA. So I come back over here. This is 2 square root of 30, and this one is 2 square root of 30. We can use the Pythagorean theorem here if we want. I think that might be the easiest way. Or proportions. I'll use the Pythagorean theorem. 2 square root of 6 squared plus 2 square root of 30 squared equals to c squared. Well, this will be 2 to the second power is what? 4 times 6, right?
24.
Does anybody not know how I got the 6?
It's just
Oh,
there.
yeah,
It's just there.
They cancel out, right? Well, plus what? 4 times what? 30 is equal to what? What's 6 times 4?
24.
What's 4 times 30?
220.
equals 12.
When we combine these two, it gives me what?
42. 44.
And then c is equal to what? C is equal to 12.
So Christian, could you just have found that in the original triangle?
I'm sorry?
Could you just have found that in the original triangle?
Oh yeah, I didn't see that.
Did you have DA? You can.
Yeah, you're right. I could have used the original triangle, but I didn't focus on that. But yes, you could have just found it right here. 10 plus 2, which you gave it the end result. All right? Let me pause real quick.